Sir, do you know why I pulled you over?
Slow the fuck down, Jim Perry, the cop comic.
This must be a young joke with young people. My son comes up to me the other day. He goes, Dad, who sings the song Radioactive? And I'm like, Imagine Dragons. And he goes, Imagine dragging my nuts across your face.
That was tough, but it kind of worked out. Again, like I believe, like when everyone's running one way, go the other way and look at the opportunities. Every comedy club for a short period of time, maybe a month or two, was closed because they were considered bars.
Yeah.
I wasn't considered a bar because my license hadn't got approved yet. So for 2-3 months, I'm the only comedy club on at least this side of the country that was open.
Wow.
So
what a boost, though.
So everyone's like, who's doing comedy?
Right.
And that's almost what helped us get discovered. And then in Arizona, we treated it like COVID didn't happen. So people were coming in the club all the time, but that in a lot of ways helped us.
Drop it. Right off of that, let's say somebody wants to open up a comedy club in 2025. What advice do you have for them besides seek immediate help?
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't do it. Yeah, well, don't do it.
The biggest thing is the numbers have to make sense. YouTube's been taking off. It's been helping me get booked, dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I throw my comedy up there, but doing these sketches, like Reno 911 sketches.
Oh, yeah.
It takes off.
Dude, you got like one with a couple, 3 million, 4 million views.
My last one got 14.2 million.
What?
It's insane.
Oh, wow.
We go in and it takes like 6 hours and we record like 40 videos. And I used to do like full episodes and have like character arcs. And now I've realized it needs to be 15 seconds with a punchline.
Now you pull me over because I'm black.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Everyone is black.
And everyone's attention span is too slow. So that's, it's been helping a lot. It's taken off. Yeah.
It's a big learning curve, but once you kind of get dialed in, and YouTube channels, I was telling Lisa, I said, you just got to be patient, man. These things take time.
Well, you're viral on TikTok or just some videos?
Just a couple videos.
Yeah. My thing, it's what I've noticed, and I don't think anyone's an expert in it. I think it's all just consistency. I mean, you have to almost be a slave to it.
Right.
But if you're looking to get monetized and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's time of day too, I've noticed.
Yeah. You can schedule your videos, but it's a thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
no doubt about it.
And I'm type A and OCD, so it works out.
Oh, yeah. Do you use chat for anything? GPT?
Chat GPT?
Yeah.
I use it for all my email communications now because I went to public school. I went to public school. I'm half retarded, so.
Yeah, where are you from?
I'm like, Southside Chicago.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So I'm like,
that's
make
funny
this
because
sound professional and enticing.
when I first asked her if she used ChatGPT, she's like, "Oh yeah, I use it for work emails," and I just started cracking up. I use it for literally everything. It is my life. You asked me, "Hey, you look like you've been working out. How do you get like?"
You look good, brother.
Man?
You look good.
Appreciate it.
Last time I was here, like he was almost dead. Now he looks beautiful. It's weird.
Oh hell no!
ChatGPT, I'm not lying. This sounds like a South Park episode,
Right.
But I used it with the wife, and I got away with it for a good 5 days. And dude, ChatGPT was getting me laid. Like he was saying such nice things to her, and then she's like, "Who is this? Like, what do you do?" And then she figured it out. So
Okay, hey, real quick though, I wanted to introduce you to Pat.
Pat?
I don't know if you've met Pat before, but
is that Mrs. ChatGPT?
hey Pat, Jim Perry, the cop comic, is in house. You want to say hello along with Lisa V?
Yeah, till Hayden just stares.
Well, if you keep talking, she won't talk. So I'll cut all that out in post. So it'll go right. As soon as I ask the question, it's going to go right to her answer.
Oh, okay.
But if you keep talking, that bitch will never fucking talk back. Hey, did you hear that, Pat?
I got it, Rodney. Loud and clear. And hey, Jim, welcome aboard. And Lisa, too, no pressure. We'll just pretend there's a nice big edit button ready to make us all sound perfect. So yeah, Pat, if you're hearing this, you're officially on the record. Let's roll with it.
All right, cool. Thanks. We'll talk back at you here in a little bit, Pat. All right. So anyways, that's how you talk to
Pat looks like she drives a Subaru.
Yeah, she does.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, in one of the videos, we have her Subaru with the bumper stickers on the back.
Yeah, she's scissoring something.
Oh, you haven't seen that video? Oh, okay. All right.
That's pretty funny.
Hey, man, we're going to keep this rolling along. Jim actually has a show tonight at the House of Comedy, which is Rick Brunson's House of Comedy. It's a Canadian club right down the street. Of course, this show won't be out until after that show.
That's all right.
Okay.
I got a lot of shows coming up. I don't mind talking about them when you're ready. So
yeah, for sure. 100%. All right. Jim's a good buddy of mine, actually. I've known you for, almost probably close to 7, 8 years or something like that. We have a special connection and a sad connection. Both of our mothers passed within, I believe, a week of each other.
That was not cool, but I enjoyed the better connection we had.
Yeah.
Rodney let me be his power bottom for a good couple of years. So that was fun.
Nope. Hey, but I quit drinking now.
Pat watched us. It was weird. It was all right, good.
You're going to have to work for that ass now.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm sober and
that ass is tight.
Wow.
I don't know. That's fine. He was loose before, but he's tight now. It's nice.
I've been doing squats, leg workouts. Hey, so welcome
Am I
to
the
the show,
only one
man.
hard right now? Okay.
Welcome to Rodney Hood Talks. I know it's an original name, but I like the new banner. I got my face is buried, and I've just got Lisa over there on the right side. I got to work on that.
Yeah, it's his name, but your boob's out. So
yeah, I got to work on that.
If it means anything, I never saw his name. So
yes, they're working.
This is going to be a killer episode today, guys. Jim Perry, the cop comic, also owner of JP's Comedy Club in Gilbert. We'll have all the links of all his socials and the comedy club in the description below.
Yeah, a lot of originality in that name too, right?
Yeah,
JP's Comedy Club.
JP, Jim Perry's Comedy Club. He's a former Chicago cop and now turned stand-up comic. Which basically means he went from writing tickets and tasing people to telling dick jokes. I mean, is that a pretty safe assessment?
Pretty lateral transition there.
I know you were in the Navy, and thank you for your service, but also you were a cop. And how did you go from cop to comic in a nutshell?
Well, I was a police officer for like 10 years, and I got hurt. And then I decided to move to Arizona, and I opened a security company. Security companies kind of took off, and it was doing well, kind of managing it. You know, I didn't have to do much work anymore. And out of boredom, I took a comedy class like almost 10 years ago.
Right.
And I wasn't like an open mic guy hanging out. I did all that when I was early. And I didn't want to hang out and drink and do all that stuff. So I took a comedy class with the rest of the 40-year-olds with the bucket list thing to do.
I said my wife would take pic once. She just wrote back, "Who dis?"
I just got the bug. I did a showcase show. And I was like, I like this. You know, I got friends that like golf all day. I was like, I could tell dick jokes. And then all of a sudden, the hobby, if you will, started to get more and more part of my life. And now all of a sudden, I'm working and doing comedy all the time. So I love it. It's fun. And I worked 80-hour work weeks, man. I'm not exaggerating, for over 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice, and my kids are grown now. It's just nice to do something for me and just do something that I enjoy.
I was going to tell people, for anybody out there that is looking to get into stand-up comedy, Jim did it an extremely difficult way as far as the workload, but you did it probably one of the best ways possible. And what I did back in Chicago when the open mics were, there'd be 100 open mics in Chicago every week, just at every little bar you can imagine.
Yeah.
Well, I bartended at a bar, so what do? I asked the owner, hey, what's a slow night? Open mic night, baby. And guess what?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you get all the stage time you want, and you become a lot better in a really short period of time. You don't become great in a short period of time, but you get a lot better at working the stage. Tell me if that is basically what you found.
So after the comedy classes, I put my toe in the open mics, and I was like, this isn't like my thing. So I immediately started self-producing shows, kind of like what you're saying. So instead of an open mic, I started doing shows at all the American Legions in Arizona. And that took off, and I really liked it. And after that, COVID happened, and I was like, I looked at COVID as an opportunity. A lot of people freaked out. All of a sudden, rental prices started dropping. And I remember, just to kind of a tangent that's important for the story, is 2008, the market crashes, right? My wife and I decided to buy like 10 houses and rent them out. And that's where a lot of our wealth came from.
Oh, okay.
So I looked at COVID as an opportunity. I was like, if everything's crashing, I'm loving comedy, I'm producing comedy, maybe this would be a good time to open a little room.
Sure.
And then here I am opening a comedy club. And you're right, I'm doing the produced shows at the American Legion, getting all the stage time I want. And then all of a sudden I open a comedy club, and I can kind of guest spot and feature at my club. And then those reps is what it's all about. And once you get the reps in, your comedy gets better. You're networking with headliners that actually are working the industry. I'm not talking to like local open micers, nothing against them, but you know, the opportunities are a lot better when you're talking to people that are actually doing it.
100%.
And then they're starting to bring me on the road with them. And then all of a sudden those clubs are seeing me feature or doing guest spots with them. And then they're calling me back to headline. But now it's been great. I've been touring all over, featuring, mostly headlining. And it's been a lot of fun. But yeah, I looked at it, as soon as I got into comedy, I looked at it as a business immediately.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, you need to be funny. But if you don't have that business acumen, I don't think funny will win. I really think you need both. I really do.
So you went that route. I just slept with a 350-pound woman.
Nice.
Headliner. And she took me on the road all the way to Florida. And then she left me in Florida. I got drunk and got left in Florida. That's twice I've been left in Florida. You got to really try to get left in Florida twice.
Well, if I do comedy much longer, I think I'll be sleeping with a 350-pound woman very soon. So, yeah, what's funny is my wife was going to all my shows. She was going to all my shows all the time. And then she tells me, she goes, I really don't like this much. I don't mind. You do your thing. You have fun, honey. You know, I'm kind of sick of all the jokes. And then I'm like, oh, by the way, we're going to open a comedy club and you're going to work there and you're going to be the waitress. And she's like, fuck my life.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was wondering because you definitely had, it's a full family event there.
Yeah.
And I was wondering how that was going to work out. You know, your wife's awesome, but I mean, she's got to have comedy fry. You know,
yeah, I mean, she's a little fried, but she loves it. She's learned to love it. And it's me, my wife, and my 2 kids that run the room. The room's fun. It sits 100 people.
Yeah.
And
I've been there.
It's a good time. It's a good time. You've done comedy there?
Yeah. Yeah, drunk comedy back in the day. It's
he's
way
very
different.
funny, by the way. I don't know why he's not doing it anymore. Are you not doing any? I don't.
No, dude, I go to work. I work 40 hours a week, right? I work third shift, and I took that job on purpose. First of all, it's in freight, so I get to work out all night at work. I CrossFit all night. It's 3. I get off at 5:30 in the morning. I come right into the studio. I have a cup of coffee, protein shake. Well, I go to the gym first, and right into the studio. I'm there. I set my alarm for 11 o'clock, and boom, 11 o'clock. Make my lunch, eat. Go to bed, wake up, repeat. And
You're
then
like
weekends.
the fucking Joe Rogan of Peoria. Where's your cold plunge at? Look at you, man. Who are you right now?
Yeah.
Very good.
I'm sober. That's all, man.
You look
That's
great,
all I
brother.
can attribute. Thanks. I appreciate that.
You look great.
It means a lot. Lisa has no idea. She's like, God damn, how bad did the fucker look?
It was bad. It was really bad.
Yeah, wow.
Come on, dog. It was really bad, he says.
I'm kidding.
No, I know, of course. So at what point did you say, you know what, being a cop isn't traumatic enough, and I should throw my hat in the ring at stand-up comedy? I mean, I know you didn't go straight from being a cop to comedy. What transpired in between that?
So after I got hurt on the police department, we had the kids. I got married when I was like 18 years old. Right. So at this point, I get hurt on the police department, and I'm like 29, 30 years old. The kids are little. I told the wife, I said, if we're going to move, I go, this is the time. Because once they get into school, we're going to be in that spot. We're not going to go anywhere. And I'm transitioning through work. So we moved to Arizona. Compared to Chicago and weather, Arizona is awesome. I love Arizona. I still feel like I'm on vacation here.
For sure.
And then I opened up the security company. And
that's right.
And then when the security company got boring and it was kind of running itself, and I was only getting involved in like situations that happened, then I took the comedy class.
Okay.
And then all that other stuff
the rest
happened.
Is history.
Yeah.
What made you take that class? Just
pure boredom. Yeah. I in school, I did like theater and stuff, and was in the plays and liked public speaking. And so even on the police department, I wasn't even a regular cop. I was a dare cop for a lot of my career.
Oh, okay.
And even when I went on the SWAT team on the police department, they made me the hostage negotiator. Then they made me the PR guy. So it was always like in my blood. I just didn't realize it.
Yeah. It was like right in front of your face the whole time.
Yeah.
Wow. We already discussed about opening up the club during the pandemic. I remember that because that I was like, holy shit, man. My buddy just opened up a comedy club and then they just shut everything down. How soon? Tell me that time frame.
That was tough, but it kind of worked out. Again, like I believe like when everyone's running one way, go the other way and look at the opportunities. I mean, that's been successful for me my whole life. And then that's kind of what happened in a weird way with the club. So you have COVID, right? I don't have a liquor license when I open the club, and I'm still having people do a 2-item minimum. So they're coming in, they're buying 2 Gatorades, and they're like, "You have no alcohol," and I'm like, "COVID." But the weird part is because of COVID, every comedy club for a short period of time, maybe a month or two, was closed because they were considered bars.
Yeah,
I wasn't considered a bar because my license hadn't got approved yet. So for 2-3 months, I'm the only comedy club on at least this side of the country that was open.
Wow.
So
what a boost, though.
So everyone's like, who's doing comedy?
Right.
And that's almost what helped us get discovered. And then in Arizona, we treated it like COVID didn't happen. So people were coming in the club all the time, but that in a lot of ways helped us.
100%.
Yeah.
So you did the exact opposite. You ran into the fire.
Yeah.
Buddy of mine, Kevin Downey Jr. I don't know if you've ever got to meet Kevin. He's a comic. He's out of Long Island now. He does a radio show. But he was telling me, I did an interview with him, that after COVID, he said it killed like the what I used to know as like a triple run or something, where it'd be Wednesday, Thursday, 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday, and a show on Sunday, to just like maybe a Friday night or a Saturday night, or maybe 1 or 2 shows.
No.
And that was it.
We were packed every night. We sell out every weekend. And we're what they call like a B or C club, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, but that's relative.
They don't come to our comedy club because who's on the flyer. They trust us. We've developed like a neighborhood following, and they love us.
Yeah.
And we respected, even though it was COVID, we respected whatever rule they had with the spacing, the seating, half capacity. But we've really developed a following that trusts us, and we have great shows. If you book funny people, and people start telling people and they're having a good time and it's not overly expensive, people are going to come.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's been fun. And like I said, I'm getting my reps and it's creating opportunities for me. And I did open it too to create opportunities for the locals.
Yeah.
For the ones that want to come and try us out. Anyone that works at our club loves us.
Yeah,
but there's plenty of people that like have never worked with us, and then they're like, I don't know about that place. It's in a strip mall next to a massage parlor. Well, half the clubs in the country are. So
yeah, 100%. Yeah, if you've been around the country and been to clubs, so you're touring a lot more now. Wow, what are some of the clubs, and what's it like now actually getting out of the road? I know because I started on the road. That's where I started. Well, I started in Chicago doing open mics.
Yeah,
but then I got my first road gig, quit my job, everything. I was back working there till like two weeks later, saying, "Oh, I didn't get another booking for 6 months." Yeah. But it was so sporadic. But once I got in with that headliner and started touring with them, and then dates, then I went from one booking agency, Carol Pennington, out of Hysterical Management out of Cleveland. She sounded like she smoked 40 cigarettes. "I'm going to turn you into a dirty guitar comic," is what she told me. And so she put me out on the road, and I basically broke my teeth on that, going from Paducah to Wheeling, West Virginia, to just working all those roads. So I put that time in. Now you're out on the road, but it's completely different. You're probably flying to gigs, man. I was in a broke down Honda Civic.
I'm gonna sound bougie, but again, I got a few dollars in the bank. So with that, I refuse to do what I hear other comics are doing. I'm not sleeping in my car. I'm not sleeping in my car. Yeah. I've gone to plenty of gigs and I'm like, this is your motel or hotel, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not staying here, and I go where I want to go. Right. And I'm totally okay if a comedy gig breaks even or if I lose money, because my true belief system is the money comes at the end if it ever is going to come.
Right.
But again, I have more luck not even contacting the clubs. I have more luck contacting, like you said, making relationships with the headliners to take me on the road with them. And then I get in front of the club owner or the booker. Right. They see my act, and then I've almost 100% of the time, then they're like, oh, we could trust this guy. Yeah. Or I have good luck on a off night, like a Wednesday, and I'm talking to a producer that produces a show because he's trying to get into the club.
Absolutely.
And then I get on his show, and then it's that way. But I get a lot more luck that way than getting plucked at an open mic or something like that. It's relational, and it's more, I'm getting gigs from other comics. Yeah. Comics are helping me get 100%. In front of the right people.
But
trying to go straight to the booker or straight to the comic club owner, it's pretty hard.
It's like a chick on a dating site. She gets swiped right 500 times a day.
And I see it on the other end. I mean, I get 50 to 100 emails a week. Oh, yeah. And there's times where I'm like, this guy has a great tape, but I don't know who he is. Right. Who's going to wreck him? And there's a lot to that.
Well, coming off of that question, what's the biggest difference in stand-up now versus like when you started 7-10 years ago? What can you see? I mean,
as far as my own stand-up?
No, for the industry. And, well, the industry first, then yours. Yeah, sure.
What I noticed is I hope to be wrong, but I think the traditional comedy show is kind of going away. I think people are getting more into the showcase shows. What I'm noticing is like clubs that do like the the host, feature, and headliner.
Sure.
And I'm not against them. If they're funny enough, they're great shows. But
Right.
I see more luck in like when you have a bunch of people doing like 20-minute sets.
Sure.
Kind of like what they do at the Comedy Store, what they do at the Cellar.
Social media.
Yeah,
I mean, look at social media.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of like how the Comedy Store does it and the Cellar does it, or even Joe Rogan's Club when I went there. I've seen it. We're at instead of the traditional, and again, I think attention span with people, and I think it's nice if it's like if you're a customer, you look at it from their point of view, and you're like, I don't know if I like this guy. Well, there's another guy around the corner,
Right.
but to throw someone up there for 45 minutes to an hour and they're not hitting, that's a tough show to watch.
Yeah, I mean, you're literally talking about swipes. You're swiping comics. That's awesome because it's just that's what people do. They sit on the shitter and swipe comics. You know.
Now, don't hear what I'm not saying. I'm not talking about the show that has 25 comics all doing 3 to 5 minutes. Those shows are like I want to shoot myself.
Well, yeah,
but,
because
you know,
a lot
20
of them
minutes,
are
everybody is
not
great.
that strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so how many are you doing? You doing like 5 a night?
Yeah. So our typical show will have a host, a guest spot, and then 2 guys doing 2 50-minute sets, and then your headliner.
So it's not completely different from the
so what is
traditional-
that? 4 or 5? Yeah, instead of 3.
Yeah.
So adding 2 more acts.
Yeah, very cool. Well,
And it's a lot easier to find somebody as a headliner. My headliners are only doing about 30 minutes.
Right.
A lot easier to find a headliner that has 30 minutes that is solid and bulletproof
dude.
than a guy that has 45 to an hour.
That's not that strong.
And then it also helps me give opportunities that guys that are really strong features to work it out at our club, and then they become headliners. We've had a lot of guys that end up, they're at our club, and then they're headliners somewhere else. So it's great.
Yeah. Tell me about that. I know you've had a lot of guys come through there. I watch all your stuff. It's hard not to. Jim Perry, the Cop Comic, and JP Comedy Club. Boy, if you ain't seeing that on your feed, I don't know what's going on.
I think our biggest...
We got robots doing that shit or something?
Our biggest brag would be, and not like he wasn't great before he got to our club, but Michael Longfellow was headlining our club
really?
2-3 times, and now the guy's on Saturday Night Live.
Right.
Well, that was all just to say that I have a girlfriend.
And it's cool to kind of see that. And I mean, there's just guys that are now real strong features. You'll see him at the Big 3 and stuff like that. But he's our biggest name. I think that we're all proud of. We watch every Saturday Night Live episode to see him, and we're just proud of him. He's so nice to us too.
That's awesome, man. Very cool. Very cool. And like I said before, thank you for your service. Tell us a little bit about the Navy.
The Navy. So I wish I had some hero story, but I joined 2 years active, did 6 years reserve, and I honestly joined for college money.
Sure.
And I literally was what they call a boatswain mate in the Navy. And all I did was paint the same wall for 2 years. But I did it over in the Persian Gulf while bombs were going off. And they were like, just keep painting the wall. You're fine.
Okay. You're fine.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
Yeah. I'll tell you a funny story that happened to me in the Navy that I was, so when you're driving the ship, if you will, it's called a helm, right?
Big old steering wheel.
Yes. And I was in training, and complete true story. There's no bullshit, or this isn't a bit. So I'm in training, I'm driving the ship, and they do a man overboard drill. But when they call the man overboard drill, they tell my trainer says he's got to go take a shit. He goes to the bathroom. I don't know what I'm doing. So the captain of the ship says, hard right rudder. I'm turning the thing, not really knowing what to do, and it stops. But the indicator is still going. So I'm like, yanking on this wheel. Well, I did what they call jam the rudder. It's a man overboard drill. My point is, this $1 billion ship I had caused to do about 75 circles in the middle of the ocean. And and we ran over the man overboard dummy like I don't know how many times.
Oh my!
Poor trainer got fired. I got yelled at, and they asked me to go back and paint that same wall. They're like, "Go paint that wall. That's what you're good for." But I had no idea what I was doing. I fully take no responsibility.
Wow. Yeah, no, you were just thrown in there.
Yeah. So that's your tax dollars at work.
I love it.
It was not good.
That's funny as hell.
And the only other one that
would that end up? You know what? If you broke that down, that probably cost $20 million.
Yeah, so gotta do what you do. I got college money.
There you go.
I got straight A's at that community college. I took advantage of. So I remember being in the Bermuda Triangle, and there's, keep in mind now, I'm like 18, 19 years old. So there's all these stories of like UFOs and ships disappearing, and I'm on watch. My job is to watch the water and report anything that's suspicious. In the sky, I see this group of white lights moving back and forth, back and forth. Again, please at least keep in mind I'm 18.
Right.
I call it in on the radio as a UFO. Long story short, the XO comes up there and he looks and he's like, "Where's this UFO?" And I'm like, "That's it right there." I'm like, "It's white lights going back and forth, back and forth." He goes, "You're on a fucking ship. We're rocking back and forth, back and forth." So yeah, I'm not that smart, but that's the truth. I had barely any sleep and I called in a UFO that was like the Little Dipper or some shit. I don't know. So
it's the Milky Way. It's fine.
Yes, yeah, that's fine. But
Hey,
that's probably my two most embarrassing Navy stories.
Hey, I know I've dealt with a lot of hecklers in my life. As a matter of fact, though, I didn't get as many hecklers as I see some comics that I've been on the road with.
Yeah.
And it just had to do with my style. I had a much quicker setup delivery and punch, and it wasn't really a whole lot of room for people to jump in.
Yeah.
Every now and then. But you ever had a heckler say something so stupid it made you reevaluate your life? Like, are you kidding me? And then how did you react to it?
Well, I had two hecklers, and it actually went viral. You should like clip that in or leave links or whatever you want to do.
I will.
But I was at like a police fundraiser or something like that at a Legion, American Legion, and this guy yelled out, "Get off the stage, pig."
Wow.
And I was like, wow. And I'm like, "You're at a police fundraiser? Why are you here?"
Arrest him.
Wow. Pig scum? Really? I guess my uncle from Thanksgiving made it out to the show. Get off stage, pig! Wow. Pig. Are you still mad because I arrested you for jerking off in the park? Get registered, sir. Get registered. Oh, is he leaving? I thought I was the pig. He's the one choosing the wee all the way home.
Yeah, and I just came up with a quick, comeback, and then I posted online on TikTok, and it went viral.
Okay.
And then one time at my own club, this lady wouldn't stop talking, and I was like, I did the typical like hack line. I'm like, "Sir, will you put your dick in her mouth? Shut her up."
Right.
She threw a glass of water at me.
Oh, it was water.
And then I posted that, and then that went viral too. But yeah, I've had a few hecklers. I mean, it just happens, man. People want the show to be about them. And a lot of times hecklers aren't even always bad.
Right.
They're actually just like having a good time and don't know how to shut up.
Right.
They're like, "That's right. That's great. You're doing awesome." It's like, shut up. Like, what are you doing right now?
Yeah.
So
they're talking. Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing as going to a movie. You don't sit there and talk to the screen. Well, I mean, some people do.
Yeah.
But I had my best friend growing up. When I first started out in comedy, of course, he knew every single one of my jokes and my punchlines. He would get drunk and start yelling out my punchlines right before my punchline. He would fucking yell them out. Yeah. What a joke killer.
I suffer from that because I'm at my comedy club and then I get people that are loyal customers.
Right.
And as you know, you only can write jokes so much at a time. You're adding maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes a week, a month, if that. And I'll get people that know my jokes and they'll say the punchline to their friend before I say it. And I'm like, "Oh, come on, man. Give me a break."
Yeah, no doubt about it. Let me ask you this: Have you ever booked somebody and like halfway through the set, you're like, "Oh God, what happened?" Besides me.
Oh, I had an immediate answer. No, I don't. No, of course I have. I'm not going to mention names, but yeah, usually I'll give them.
We'll put those in the description.
I usually give them a light a little early, or we don't invite them back.
Right.
That's the problem with going back to what we talked about. You get so many emails, and then a guy just sends you a great tape, and you're like, "I'll take the chance. This is really good," and he's really good, or she is really good at posting videos and editing them right, or sweetening them or whatever they're doing, and then they get on stage and it's like, "Oof, what is this?" I feel like that happened a lot in the first year, and then I got really good about using recs and looking through that. There's a learning curve not only in comedy but definitely owning a club.
Oh my God, I can only imagine.
And you just figure it out. So
yeah, I mean, before you leave, man, I'll have to give you a lesson on ChatGPT. I call it Pat or Chad. dude, it's a game changer for you. You're already killing it. Now you're gonna add jet fuel to the fire.
Oh,
man.
you're sweet. The thing is about killing it. It's like I don't have high goals in comedy. Meaning, all I want to do is like maybe travel once a month, and then this sounds like a hack thing, but this is my dream, and I don't care what any comic says. I want to do cruise ships and travel with my wife.
Yeah,
and that's all I want. I don't want the work that's involved. I think that's you have to do to get to the next step. So I kind of feel like what I'm doing now is kind of like I'm okay with it. So
I'm going to get you in contact with Carolyn Picard. She's out of Louisiana, the Cajun Queen. I opened for her a couple times. She does exclusively cruise ships.
Yeah, that's all I want to do.
Yeah, and
love that.
And I was in the Navy.
She loves it. Yeah,
I could show them where all the UFOs in the sky are. And
can you steer the boat though?
Yeah,
in a circle.
Yeah, that's right.
Let me ask you this. I know when it happened for me, it was when I got my first actual booking. When did you feel like, when was that shift when you're like, damn, I think I'm starting to make some momentum in this comedy world?
Well, first time I went on the road, so there was a club called Porky's Comedy Club. You got to love the names of these clubs.
Yeah.
And they're out of business, but they were great people, great audiences. It was in Florida, St. Cloud, Florida. And I got invited there as a feature. It was the first time I was ever going to feature at a club on a weekend. Not like a Wednesday and I'm saying I'm featuring or I'm saying I'm headlining or an off bar night show. It was like on a weekend, feature. I'm not producing it. This guy invited me. I'm the feature act. Like there's no like maneuvers.
Yeah, for sure.
And I did really well. And as soon as I got off stage, the owner was like, hey, we want you back as a headliner. And that's when I was like, hey, maybe I'm doing this right. Because I'll try new stuff in my own room, but I'll never try new stuff outside of my club.
Too
like
dangerous.
Tonight at House of Comedy, I'll do tried and true.
Oh, you have
to. And I'm always amazed, but maybe it's more everyone's situation is a little different. You know, they need to try new stuff. And if they're traveling all the time, I get it. I just have the opportunity to almost have a mic at my place.
You got a workout room, bro.
Yeah,
right in your back.
Yeah, a home club, workout room, whatever. And then I just did really well. And then it seems like I got a good batting average. Like every time I feature someone, they ask me back. So it's been great.
Hey, you know what? They're building something right down the street here. You know what would be amazing if you put a JP's Comedy Club 2 right down the street from here.
You can manage it and you can handle it. All right.
Well, I don't know about managing or handling anything. I might pop in every now and then. But yeah, be able to.
Are they building a club out here?
What's
or
that?
Are you just building
I
strip
wish.
mall or something?
No, I was driving home from work and there's just some new construction and I'm always like, what would be my favorite thing in the world for them to build there? Yeah. Obviously, it's always a whorehouse. But then I thought, no, I said either a guitar center or a comedy club. I go, that would be dope as hell. But
are you? My question is to you. I want to be the interviewer to you. Are you have any interest in going back doing stand up again?
I do down the road.
Yeah.
I really want to get the channel up and going, and bringing on Lisa has been a huge boost. Our videos already starting to do better. And what I'd like to do as well, I want to be the go-to guy for comics coming into town, you know, just to pop through and put them up on the show, make great promo tapes for them, like what I'm going to do for you. This will be, I'll overproduce this. I'll make it look really, really tight. Nice. And then, but yeah, eventually, man, because that's kind of the progression for any podcaster, especially one that's been a comic already. I'd love to get back on stage. I'll probably rewrite my entire act, I would imagine, just because, my God, I mean, talking about, I don't even know if I can.
There's a club in Gilbert, and I know a guy. So
yeah, 100%, 100%. So right off of that, let's say somebody wants to open up a comedy club in 2025. What advice do you have for them besides seek immediate help?
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't do it. Yeah, well, don't do it.
The biggest thing is the numbers have to make sense. Number one, like comedy, love comedy, understand it from not only a business standpoint, from the comic standpoint. Sure. I think there are people that open clubs that only are business people, and they don't see it from the performer standpoint. And then I think there's people that are performers that open up places, and they don't see it from the business standpoint.
Sure.
I've had businesses over the years, and then getting into comedy, I felt like I knew both sides. But also running businesses throughout my life, you have to make sure the numbers work.
Right.
So make sure that the rent is good. Make sure the money you're making per customer makes sense.
Yeah.
And make sure your overhead doesn't drown you. I mean, with it being me, my wife, and my kid, our overhead's great. But, I see clubs without mentioning, it's like, man, I don't know how you're making the numbers work.
Okay.
There's 30 people in here and you got 7 staff, and I don't know how you're doing it. So.
I'll give you a perfect example of what you just said to be true. When I first moved out here, I moved out here to help Paul Rodriguez and Paul Hopp open up the Laugh Factory in Scottsdale.
Oh.
I lived in the Laugh Factory. I 100% lived in the green room. At one point, I lived in the liquor closet. And I was sleeping on the floor. I just had a space heater, but I had the keys to a 10,000, square foot, comedy club, which was amazing for me. But within 2 years, because Paul Rodriguez lived in LA and was an absentee owner, the other Paul, you know who you are. He's a buddy of mine still, but they ran that fucker into the ground within 2 years. Absentee ownership and everything you're doing right, they did the opposite. I mean, 100%. So
well, I'm glad you came out of the closet. We're good to have you.
yeah.
Oh, I'm glad something.
Hey, man, that's a drum roll right there. She completely missed it.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds so basic and cliche to say that, man, but it's just so true. There's a lot of people. It's like having a business plan. There's truth to that. You got to know what you're getting into, because you sign that paper, you're gonna screw yourself if you don't know what those numbers are.
Yeah, 100%. Give me some dates coming up.
As far as comedy shows, so
no, your bathroom schedule.
Nice. Well, that'll be in the next 15 minutes. I will be at, gosh, I don't know the name of the clubs. The best thing to do is go to my website at thecopcomic.com. I update that. I'll be at House of Comedy tonight, which this episode is going to air after that. I'll be at Dallas Comedy Club. I'm going somewhere in Idaho, Boise with their comedy club. I'll be in Ohio, somewhere in Florida. I'm going to Rodney's. That's a big one I'm excited for. I'm going to be headlining Rodney's Dangerfield's Club on Veterans Day.
Nice.
And I'm really excited about that show.
Yeah. But yeah, where is that? Is that in New York?
It's in New York, Manhattan. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Very cool.
Yeah. So but yeah, doing shows all the time. I do a lot of casino stuff, corporate stuff. But the best bet is if you want to follow my comedy, thecopcomic.com. If you want to follow the club and you want to plug in, get to meet us and get on our stage, jpscomedyclub.com.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, we're not done yet. And remind me before you leave that Rodney Dangerfield. I got that in New York City at a record store. So before you leave, I might have to put a fucking bench down for you to stand up to it, but I want to get a picture of you with your head next to it.
Yeah, for sure. What's funny, if do you remember coming to my club? I don't know if we had
that's funny,
but we had all the record, our whole decorations are all records.
Yeah. I do remember that 100%. Yeah, I remember. I remember coming to the club.
All right.
I don't remember leaving the club. Okay, cool. So check it out. So tell me a little bit about, give me some great cop stories, man. You're Jim Perry, the cop comic.
I'll tell you my top few. All right. So I had one time where I was late for work, right? Mm-hmm. And I go in the locker room, I throw my uniform on, I miss roll call. I get a call, that there's a felony traffic stop with an officer that needs backup. I get to the call. I notice his gun's out. I go to pull my gun out. True shit. I forgot my gun in the locker room. I don't have my gun. Shut up. And I'm a young cop, man. I'm scared. I panicked. I swear to God, I pointed my finger at the guy.
Are you kidding?
And he did not notice. It worked. But the funny part to me was there was a group of bystanders on the sidewalk, and I heard a lady say, "Man, these budget cuts are out of control."
Oh, shit.
So I thought that was great.
That's awesome.
And then the one I like to share is one time I worked midnight shift, and like it's a super boring shift, and nothing's happening. And I'm sitting in my squad car in a way where my arm's behind my head. My legs are crossed weird. Anyway, my arm falls asleep and my legs fall asleep. Sure as shit, I get a call of a liquor store being robbed.
Oh, my God.
I get to the liquor store. I see the guy running across the parking lot. I get out of my car, but my legs and my arm are asleep. I look, dude, I'm not exaggerating, like the Walking Dead coming out of this car. I got my gun out. Yes, it was awful, dude. It looked like my legs got defunded by the police department. And I get my gun out, but I'm holding it in a way where I'm like wobbling my hand. Anyway, my partner, thank God, shows up. The guy complies. He handcuffs him. And I'll never forget what my partner says to the suspect. He goes, "Thank you for not fighting the police." And the suspect says, he goes, "Oh, I'll fight a cop." And then he pointed at me and he goes, "But I can't fight a retarded cop."
Oh, dude.
So those are probably my top two. Yeah, those are my top two. And then I think the only one that's quick that I thought was great was I was 22 years old, and we get this call of a loud noise complaint. You look at your computer in the police car, and it'll tell you the details of the call. Details of the call, no bullshit. It says it's an orgy in progress.
All right.
So what was going on was they had kept their curtains open and all the neighbors are calling. But I'm 22 years old at the time. An orgy in progress, like I'm excited. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm excited about this call.
Of course.
We pull in the subdivision and it's Sunny Slope Retirement Center.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's so gross.
So yeah, so I left that call pretty quick. I left that call code 3. But yeah, those are my favorite 3 to share. So
My
yeah,
God,
thanks for
those are
letting me
good
share.
stories.
So
Oh, that just kind of made me throw up my mouth a little bit. Orgy at a retirement. I live in a retirement community.
Ironically, those people were probably all our age currently.
Right,
but
right.
Back then, I was like,
yeah.
Now I'd be like, "What's up? How you doing?"
Yeah.
So-
I was just thinking about when I sit out for my coffee in the morning, the people walking by in an orgy, and
dude, there was a woman's bra on the floor.
Right.
Her boobs were in it. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. So.
That's going to wrap it up for today's episode. A big thanks
man.
to Jim
Thank you
Perry, the
both
cop
for
comic,
having
for
me.
coming through and dropping some hilarious stories and behind-the-scene gems. And always thank you, Lisa V, for popping in.
Lisa V.
Yeah, and big shout out. And make sure to check out all of Jim's socials in the description below. And once again, thanks for watching Rodney Hood Talks. This is Rodney. I'm Lisa. That's Jim. Remember, as always, God loves you, and so do we.
Boom.
Peace.